getting ready to head off to the gym. It's a work day, so we've got the whole team here. And one of the biggest things that I'm going to have to manage in the prep for 505 is that I have so many other things going on. I don't dedicate my entire life to competing in strongman. I have a handful of businesses that I run with the team, lots of social media, posting on YouTube every day. And one of the things that helps me manage all of this neural fatigue, and that is the number one consideration, is ketone IQ. Now, lots of you guys are picking this up, which I'm really, really happy about because it genuinely makes a difference. Your brain can either function on glucose or ketones, and that's it. It's not reserved for endurance athletes. It's reserved for anyone who's going to have glucose sucked up from their bloodstream at a higher rate, which is anyone who resistance trains, anyone with higher muscle mass, and anyone who stays active on a regular basis. So yes, endurance athletes are encompassed in that, but so are resistance trained athletes, so is the everyday person who pushes himself to the limit. Now, for me, ketone IQ helps me stave off that neural fatigue that makes me feel dead for the rest of the day and genuinely just makes me feel like I want to lie in bed and do absolutely nothing. And that is one of the major challenges of living my life and doing what I do, is that I have work, is that I have training, and I have business, and I have meetings to manage, and I have a whole bunch of things going on, and ketone IQ is what's going to help me manage that throughout the process, along with good sleep, along with mitigating life stress, along with all of the recovery principles that I talk about. This is the cherry on top. So get those other things sorted, and if you do, and when you do, you can take yourself to the next level with ketone IQ.
We are 10 and a half weeks out from World Deadlift Championships. That means prep starts today. I'm gonna chuck the suit on, top single on the deadlift. Gonna be 375 today. It should move like absolute butter, but we will see. Gonna take a good number of weeks to get used to it at lighter loads until we really start ramping things up in the last 5-6 weeks. But today, everything moving easy, everything moving light. 10 weeks out, World Deadlift Championship. Time to make history. Top set's about 375 today. So I would say it's just barely notable in a suit. I could pull that out of a suit right now without much difficulty. So the goal is more about getting into a good position, just feeling the suit, exposure over time. You can't deadlift heavy very often. So there's two ways to approach it. There's Thor's way, where he goes really heavy. Then the next week, he'll go light, deload a few reps. And he'll do that for quite an extended period of time. For me, I'll get exposure early, and I'll hit it a few weeks in a row relatively heavy, and then into it. When I pulled my 475, which is my best ever, the most I had pulled in training was 435. When I pulled 505 to my knee last year, I didn't even do one session in prep. So I'm not gonna have this huge extended prep with eons of particular focus, just a little bit of focus for a long period of time. So this is week 1 of that. Last year at World Deadlift Champs, I didn't even have my own straps. I was using Alexi's straps to give you an idea of the preparedness. Jay's game today, they threw at our best player, Vladimir Guerrero, and took him out of the game. And I love in baseball, like the just reciprocal f yous. Then Cleveland's best player comes up, and of course, he gets beamed straight away, and he gets taken out of the game. This is such a weapon. 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the arm would feel so bad. It's funny, deadlifting. Personally, I don't know what kind of day I'm gonna have until I get to maybe about here, maybe about 270 kilos, over 600 pounds. I could have days where 1 plate feels weird, 3 plates feels weird, and then heavy weights feel good. But 3 plates felt weird, 4 plates felt good. And I think part of it is just getting used to the whip of the deadlift bar that I haven't used in a really long time. And I don't feel whip at the top like some people talk about. I feel it at the bottom. Almost like you pull, slack comes out, then the weight hits, and then you pull again. And that second bit makes the bottom half feel like it's strangely sticky. So anyway, we're gonna go 270, no belts, 320 belts, 370 suit, and then 375-ish suit as well. So we'll get 2 singles in the suit today. Easy peasy. Feels good. Like I don't have a pop today for some reason, but it feels like a weight that I could do a set of 10 if I wanted. I think it's like just getting the feeling of the whip in the bar, but week 1, that's how it's supposed to feel. This week, it's not like it's going to be an effort because of the load. I know that I could not use the suit. And last week I hit 350 for 6, I think.
Suitless?
350 for 6, no suit, stiff bar. So suit, deadlift bar, 370 for 1 should be ridiculous. But the difficulty is in, can you hold the position in week 1, first time in the suit in a long time? We'll see. Magic.
Magic.
Make the magic happen. Early deadlift max prep. You want the suit tight enough that it's going to start to replicate how it's going to feel, but not so tight that you can't get down to the bar in week 1. Because even that was a skill in my waiting out the blood pressure. I'll be able to get it to the point where Laws will be able to fully refund it each way. It's what we did at the deadlift world champs last year. But if I tried to do that right now, I'd be like, I think I'd probably throw up. That was good. Like that was kind of as expected. Didn't feel all that much pressure in my head. Position a little bit funny, but like tons of room in the tank if I wanted to do more. I think what I will do is I'll do 1 more single, just try to make it feel a little bit more natural. But otherwise, 370 should feel like nothing. Does feel like nothing, just a bit awkward in the suit. So, small win for today.
Not that different. Looks pretty close, actually. Actually, yeah, I never really noticed that. Yeah, your left, you lean to the left a little bit.
Yeah. The crown of my head is taller, but that's because that is slightly more
Further along.
but it's still there. Way better. That was it. That was way better. So big win today. Both of those were fine. Both of those I could have added, I don't know, maybe 80 kilos to and been all right. But second one, I just know when the pop off the floor is what I need it to be. And the correction of his toes a little bit more forward, get that extra pop off the ground, for me, really, really useful. That second rep is perfect. To me, I could have added 30 kilos more and it would have moved pretty much the same speed. So we'll keep building. We are ages out and time of year. This is one of my weakest times of year. So tons of room for improvement for sure. Tons of room to get stronger, but we got 2.5 months to be able to do that in peak. Technically, I just want these little wins every week so that 400 moves faster than that when I start my actual heavy prep. And I got every confidence that it will. So really big win for today. Over the next 10 weeks, I got a handful of things. I've got a week and a half until Giants Live Royal Albert Hall. And then mid-August, I got the strongest man on earth. That I'm gonna have to be injury-free out of and injury-free into. That's a big X factor in being able to pull deadlift world record. And then a couple of weeks after that, then I have the deadlift world record attempt. Yeah, that's the plan for the next 10 weeks. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we got 4 weeks where I'm just gonna go exposure. So it was 370 today. I thought 375, but plate math is just easier. Then it's 370, 380, 390, 400, something like that. Just as early, easy exposure until something heavy comes along. Yeah, so we're gonna build a little bit of leg strength and prepare for strongest man on earth. We're switching over to trap bar deadlifts now. Gonna pull something bigger than this on that and continue ticking on. My biggest X factor though, between now and the deadlift world record is just to get healthy. My knee is not 100%. It feels okay today, but you know, it has its days. My back feels pretty good, but it also has its days. So daily core training, that's gotta be a staple for me again. And that's what got my deadlift up so well at the Arnold. That was about 4 weeks of daily core training. I'm gonna do it for 10 weeks. Core can handle a lot. So we'll kick on with that. That should keep my back safe as we prep into this. And then just staying in one piece through strongest man on earth and defending that title. So excited for all of that. We're gonna move on to some trap bar, talk a little bit more deadlift stuff. And that's my top deadlift week 1 prep into deadlift world championships. Wish me luck. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm gonna be able to hit it, and we'll keep building from here. $660. Right, so this is 700. I'm gonna put the belt on, see how it feels, but I think for today, this could be it, depending on how much my back likes it. I feel well capable. Like, no straps, no belt. It doesn't feel that heavy. I just feel like my back is a little bit nervy, almost like it's not totally recovered or something. So I might cut this short. We'll see how it feels. Regardless, I'm gonna show you guys core exercises I'm gonna do daily to cure this problem as I've cured it before. Yeah, we've been fortunate in the past that it just hasn't been filmed sessions. But my low back is always something that sort of comes and goes. It got really badly hurt. Maybe, how long ago would it have been? Probably 18 months ago or so, to the point where I emailed Darren for Giants Live World Tour Finals. I And I emailed for the Rogue Invitational saying, just a heads up, like I probably can't do it, but I'll see how the next week goes. And then it improved. Then I ended up winning the Invitational that year. So it comes and goes pretty fast for me. It's just one of those things that I have to take care of. Yeah, it's easy. Just something about doesn't like the compression today. So let's be smart. Let's go over do some core training. Nothing's exacerbated. Nothing's worse. It's just since Worlds, it just hasn't quite felt right. So back on the core training. I'll show you guys the routine. You can throw this in, keep your low back safe, healthy, translate force from lower body to upper body better, improves every single strongman movement. Let's go get stuck into that. So I'll do 3 rounds of this. First exercise, leg lifts, hips coming up off the ground and holding that hollowed position as best I can. Second one, holding on to something, having the low back pushed really hard into the ground and moving legs. And then third one, just raising chest up off the ground. And the internal feeling of squeezing as hard as possible is different than the execution of the movement. It's not that hard to do, but it can be hard to do it to full intensity. All 3 of these, locking in a slightly rounded position, because that's the most aggravating position for me to be in into my deadlifts. I don't aggravate my back on squats. I don't aggravate my back when I go into extension on log press. It's always when I fold forward. So I'm folding slightly forward and reinforcing that position with strength. That's my best bet. Most people think you could technique your rounded back out, and for people who have terrible deadlift technique, of course, but a lot of low back position is determined by the structure of your hip sockets. And for me, when I go down into a deadlift position, I am always going to be slightly rounded at my low back. That's just how my hips are built. So I need to find ways to reinforce that position, be as strong as possible, and be as resilient as possible. I gotta get so careful about ab cramps. They're so fast. It's the worst feeling in the world. Thank you very much for watching week 1 deadlift world record prep in the books. Lightweights today. Goal 1, get the body feeling 100%. Goal 2, smash the world record. 10.5 weeks to go. This will happen. September 6th, Birmingham, England. John's Level Deadlift Champs. Subscribe to the channel, follow along, leave a comment, leave a moose drop if you have nothing else to say. As always, lift and be kind. We'll catch you tomorrow.